if you can experience it when you meditate for 10 minutes, certainly you can understand your mind and your breathing process interrelated and interconnected.
Hey everyone, and welcome to From Darkness to Light, a conversation series where I talk to thought leaders, healers, and artists on the subject of anxiety and depression. In this episode, I'm honored to be joined by a truly unique spiritual figure here in the UK, Venerable Bogoda Seelawimala. As the head priest of the London Buddhist Vihara and the chief Sangha Nayaka of Great Britain, he holds a pivotal role in not just the Buddhist community, but in the interfaith dialogue across the country. He has represented Buddhism at major national events, including royal ceremonies, the London Olympics, the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II, and the coronation of King Charles III. In short, Venerable Seelawimala is a spiritual compass, not just for Buddhists, but for interfaith unity across Great Britain. With this talk, I would recommend you find a quiet place to sit down or even lie down and just let what he has to offer wash over you. It's definitely a transmission of peace. And I could feel it when I was in the room there. It was extremely palpable. So remember to hit the like and subscribe button. And I really hope you can get something from this. Enjoy. Venerable Seelawimala, thank you so much for being here today and giving me your time. As you know, we have a huge problem in the West with anxiety and depression now. And I wanted to know from your Buddhist perspective, first of all, what you think some of the main culprits of this anxiety and depression are that we are struggling with in the West. Something that immediately you feel like we have an issue with.
Well, thank you for asking this question. Actually, I am a teacher of meditation. Here I conduct meditation classes and some mental issues, as you said, anxiety or depression. It is actually connected with our mindfulness practice. Very interesting subject. This is actually because of our negative emotion, our minds. If we haven't trained our mind, we become our mind become victims of negativities. Mind is conditioned by negative influences. In that regard, if we are not aware or if we haven't trained our mind attending a meditation class or other psychology understanding, our mind become victim of these negative influences. So therefore, mind create negative emotions. So among those negative emotions, anger is a negative emotion, very destructive emotion. Likewise, anxiety is also a very negative emotions. People, common people encounter such emotions. Why the anxiety arises in the mind, if we are aware about that, due to so many reasons, but my understanding is due to fear or worries or unease or uncertainty of our future. Then mind go astray. Mind is no any control. And then mind create negative emotions having that negative influences. So therefore, we all have to be aware about our mind. We aware about our physical health, and we do exercise for the good health. Likewise, my understanding is mindfulness practice is mental exercise. So it helps for the good mental health, peaceful mind. So therefore, these negative emotions like anxiety, we have to recognize my mind has been affected, and my mind is now being influenced by or conditioned by negative, unexpected things. So therefore, if one is aware about that anxiety, one can actually deal with the anxiety. Certainly that can be dealt. We can have some answers for that. In that way, very often we say we have like a monkey mind. Monkey mind is always wandering and restless nature. So without any particular object, mind runs away. So this monkey mind, if we can control using kind of techniques, we can control this feeling of anxiety and depression as well. When we practice mindfulness, we can see there is part of the mindfulness is mindfulness of the mind. Mindfulness of the mind means there are 4 types of mindfulness practice. Mindfulness of the body, mindfulness of feeling, mindfulness of mind, and mindfulness of mental objects. So therefore, if we think about mindfulness of mind, we can see different emotions, what is going on in us at the present moment. Then we understand some negative emotions like anxiety always attack to our peace and attack to our mind. These negative emotions attack to our mind.
Do you think that our relationship or our concept of the mind needs to change in the West? Because I'm familiar with the teaching of anatta, or non-self, that the self that we believe is there is an illusion. Do you think that we need to view our personal selves, our personality, and the mind in a different way in the West now in order to gain the space that you are talking about, to be able to witness the mind? One has to be able to disidentify with the mind, first of all, to be able to see it. But people are very attached and they identify with their mind as being a permanent self. Do we need to change slightly our concept of what the mind is in the West here?
Yeah, very interesting subject. Actually, this non-self idea or anatta is a unique idea in Buddhism. According to my knowledge, nowhere in religious field teach this concept of non-self.
It's particular Buddhistic.
Particular in that regards, it is very unique. Because our body and mind are controlled by some natural laws. We can't control everything as we wish. For instance, getting old and also going to die or getting sick. All these things are actually natural things. This body and mind also part and parcel of this interconnectedness of the nature. Therefore, nature is governed by natural laws. For instance, during winter, weather is changed. The leaves drop by trees and winds are going. They are natural. So therefore, the world is governed by these natural laws, like gravitation is a natural law. So therefore, according to our wish, we can't control these things within our mind and body. So therefore, moment to moment, we are subject to change. So this way, there is no any permanent entity in us to control these processes. So we are actually caught by the ever changing and impermanence.
And this is anicca.
Anicca and anatta is and anicca is interconnected. Anicca is impermanence. It is also a natural law. Everything is impermanent. If we wish a thing to happen, it doesn't happen. And according to our wish, everything is not happen. So therefore, we have to understand things are interconnected and interrelated and interwoven. The world, everything, the whole world is between among us, and not only. Everything is interwoven and interconnected. So we have to understand. So I, myself, and I am. This way we can have unknowingly ego feelings. We have developed ego feelings, but they are actually these are kind of illusory perception. I, my mind, and ego feelings like illusory perception. So therefore, if we understand the concept of anatta, we understand we are actually a very little thing in this universe. The universe is interrelated and interconnected. So therefore, we can't control everything. Beyond our control, a lot of things happening. According to our wish, we can't, this thing should happen according to my wish. We can't think like that.
Do you think that we have a problem with too many desires in the West? Or because right now there are lots of young people that don't feel like they have a future. And whereas some people feel like they might have a lot of desires, some people might feel like they can't have their desires fulfilled in the world as it is today. And I know that dukkha is a root which can be roughly translated to dissatisfaction or suffering, that this is a prime part of life itself, and that desire is the cause of our suffering. So I guess I wanted to know whether we need to give up more of our desires and sacrifice this in order to have happiness, or whether actually we might need to create different desires, or we might need to look for happiness somewhere else.
Actually, desire is the cause of suffering in a way, because we can't expect, we can't achieve to accomplish our desire, then we become unhappy. But desire may be in a positive way also. We can think about that. Positive way means if I want to do something good for my spiritual development or good for the welfare of the society, it is also kind of desire. That is wholesome desire. That brings good results for both society and to oneself. That is a good desire. Otherwise, it is paradoxical if we think desire is source of suffering. And how can we do something which is good for the society?
Without having that desire there.
Therefore, desire is twofold.
Yes.
Good or wholesome, positive desire, and also negative, I can't say negative desire, the desire for in a natural way. People are not perfect. They have impressions through eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. So they have this feeling of desire arise. But one should know how to proceed according to that desire. Is it possible to achieve, accomplish my desire, or is it no good for the society? Therefore, we have to be aware about which is my desire is good for me or good for others, or it is my private satisfaction. They say we should be careful whether I can proceed according to my desire.
Yes, I can definitely see where desire can be wholesome and skillful, and where desire can feel as if it is draining the body and draining the mind and causing negative effects. Do you think that we are lacking community in the West, real community which has real love enveloped in it? People don't have spaces in which they go and actually really connect with people in a heartfelt space. It's very rare that you can come into a beautiful place like this and feel a sense of calm and stillness, but also a sense of universality and community.
Well, this interrelationship is very important for a happy life. So therefore, with a healthy relationship, we need to develop in our society. So therefore, the people are human beings, are social beings. They are born in the society and they live in the society, and also they die in the society. So we have to develop good human relationship. In Buddhism, there are 4 Brahma Viharas, means divine, we say divine feelings or divine qualities we can develop in us. Although we are human beings, we can develop some divine qualities. Loving kindness is a divine quality. So wishing one's own well-being and wishing well-being of others, we can develop our positive thoughts in our mind. That is called loving kindness. Loving kindness is unconditioned love. Unconditioned. There is no any condition, no any demand. Just offer our blessings to oneself, and offer our blessings to others, offer our blessings to our pet and our dear people, and also to the whole society. No any cost there. Only the develop positive mental quality. For instance, if there is anger, For instance, if we take a bowl, if it is an iron bowl, if a little drop of water stuck there, it becomes rusty. Likewise, our mind also like that. If there a little anger in our mind, if it is unknowingly grows up, then mind become very angry mind always negative way we think about the society. So therefore, loving kindness help us to forgiveness, and loving kindness help us to promote our friendliness in the society, live as a friend to the nature as well, to the people as well, to the animal world as well. This is unconditional love. And second factor of the in that category is compassion. Compassion is looking at the suffering of the society. All different people have different some kind of suffering, lack of money, or lack of food, or lack of any counseling. This way, so many people undergo a lot of suffering due to that problem. So, therefore, if we need to develop compassion. Compassion is very, very positive and active and helpful quality which we have. In that regard, all we share what we have. Then the society get the benefit of others. This way, compassion is very active. So therefore, another quality is appreciation. Appreciation of the success of others. It is antidote of jealousy. Therefore, appreciation, or what we call altruistic happiness. Looking at the success of others, parents are happy. Looking at the success of children. Likewise, we need to develop such attitude. All we human beings, we achieve. If I cannot, although I cannot, other can achieve that. Therefore, it is appreciated joy. I think the last quality is the equanimous mind. It's got to have to balance our mind. Emotionally, sometimes we go up and down. So therefore, to be balanced our mind to this quality of equanimity. Equanimity also connected with forgiveness. Equanimity also connected with our deep understanding things. When we have a deep understanding, we can understand things are impermanent as well. So something, if happened to me, I can understand that is the nature of this existence. And also in Buddhism, it is teaching of karma. Karma is actions, evolutional actions and results. We undergo the results. Sometimes we are happy seeing good results, but unfortunately, the results of evil actions also befall us. We have to understand, like apple tree produce apple fruits, mango trees produce mango fruits. Likewise, our actions produce same way the results. So therefore, if I am affected by something which I don't welcome, but I have to understand that may be a result of my karma. Somewhere I have done it. Therefore, this is like a punishment. I have to accept that because this is my own actions and their return results. This is the way, if we have developed some kind of attitude, one can overcome thinking about negative way about oneself. We think, why these things happen? Why these things happen to me? I'm not a capable person. Always I'm not successful. This way, undermining oneself create depression as well. Once I remember in Buddhist analogy, there is a saying, like a spider create a web, and the spider is entangled in his own web. You understand that simile? The spider is entangled in his own web. Likewise, we are entangled by our own thought processes. We create thought processes and thought processes and thought processes. Then we are entangled. And in negative way, if we entangle in our own negative thought processes, we become depressed. Therefore, at the very beginning, Buddha said, that is called Yoniso Manasikara, means wise attention. Wise attention. We have to pay wise attention at the root of our thought process. At the root of the very root of the thought processes, if we light, then we can see the negative thought processes are actually my own creation. So we can change our attitude, and we can actually transform in a good way. Always, if we think negative way, we get angry. But if I understand why I am so angry always, so I want to be happy, then I have to understand this anger is my own creation. But anger is not mine. The anger is not mine means these emotions come like in the sky, clouds come and they disappear. Why? Emotions come and they stay a little while and they disappear. Until that, we should be aware. We have to understand how can we have a good relationship with our society. It's very essential. Live in a community, in a community of friends. It brings so happiness to us. Good relationship. They are actually spiritual qualities like loving kindness. Change our attitude, and it gives so much benefits for our society. Sometimes I meet some people come due to failure. They become depressed. So we can, I ask, okay, when you meditate a positive way, you can change your mind. May I have a lot of patience. May I have courage. May I have determination. May I have understanding to meet and overcome the problems, challenges, and failures in my life. If we recite that way 3-4 times, you start thinking, yes, my mind is changing. So may I have a lot of patience. May I have a lot of courage, determination, and understanding to meet and overcome the problems, challenges and failures in my life. This way, several times if we repeat that, one can actually, after that kind of meditation, that also a kind of loving kindness meditation gives blessings to oneself. Then one can change one's mind and think in positive way that help to encounter their day-to-day lives.
I totally agree. I think that, but I think a lot of people don't necessarily have the faith that they will get a response out of the universe when they ask these sort of questions. And when these emotions come in, people identify with these emotions as being themselves, and they are very prideful. We get very prideful that this is my emotion and I deserve to feel this way. And we have the root of these emotions in our subconscious mind that we find very difficult to pinpoint on why these things are happening to us. Is there a very simple meditation that people can start within their daily practice, within their daily life, if they have never done anything like this, in order to start gaining a bit of space so that they can start cultivating these divine qualities, which for some people are very distant and they are something which they can't quite grasp?
Yeah, absolutely. It is a direct experience.
Yeah.
Meditation is a direct experience we have to do by oneself, we have to do by ourselves. That is a direct experience, and it certainly brings peace in mind, and it brings relaxation. Because breathing, if we take the breathing meditation of the breathing process, if you can experience it when you meditate for 10 minutes, certainly you can understand your mind and your breathing process interrelated and interconnected. If your mind is peaceful, similarly your breathing becomes so gentle. If you are angry, your breathing becomes so rough. You understand breathing and mind is interconnected. So if the mind accepts breathing process, breathing is actually it is a natural process. It is very neutral object. When your mind is connected with the neutral object, mind become neutralized. Then mind become neutralized means mind experience peace in mind. Then your breathing become very gentle. Then simultaneously mind and breathing process work together. Then peace arises naturally, and very deep relaxation you can experience when you practice for 20 minutes. Then you can see what wonderful feelings I have, free from stress, certainly free from stress. They stay in a quiet area. We need a quiet area, a congenial for meditation in a forest. We can't go to forest, but in quiet area. Then in meditation we don't get any impression or any objects through the eyes. Therefore we close our eyes and we look at our mind and body, closing our eyes. Then start this inner journey. Then we can see all these things I have created. So I was under pressure and I had a lot of sufferings. Now how can I take it out? Then if we are mindful, then emotions and mind become detach. There may be a gap, if I say. The mind and the emotions become separated, and gap is become wider and wider. Then you can see the emotions. Oh, I can see that emotion. Then I can see the emotions, it is a negative emotion. I can see, because this is non-judgmental awareness, due to that non-judgmental awareness, we can see the emotion. I can see it subject to change, and it has been affected to my mind. Now it has come out from my mind. Then I can see it is impermanent. So meditation help us to experience certainly good results, and we can develop confidence. So through our practice, if we have a confidence, then we can have my practice brings me happiness and peace. Then I can develop a faith towards my practice. Therefore, sometimes I don't undermine, or I don't say anything about not expecting anything from outside, but everything I can create within myself through the practice of mindfulness. So this is the way the benefits brings to us by practicing mindfulness. It has confidence about our life, and appreciate this human nature and appreciate the humanity. Certainly we have to understand the significance of the humanity. We are given a wonderful opportunity. So if I waste my human life, actually I create hell in this very life. So therefore, I have to produce in constructive way my human life as this rare opportunity which I have been received. So therefore, I have to develop faith towards my humanity, my human life. I have been given this gift, this present, very important life. So I can create, I can produce a better life. If one has a bad feeling, I can have a better life. So the Buddha also said, if you feel your life, if it is miserable, if you understand your life is miserable, what can you do? You have to transform to a happy state of mind. So something Buddha recommended, do charity works, do a lot of good works, then you can transform your life with compassion and love. These things, if there is negative feelings, that negative feeling has an attractive nature, then it invite other negative qualities. Come. And they have some kind of union. Therefore, if one is aware, then we can ask to leave these negativities. Then we can produce a positive quality like friendliness. Then I can understand friendliness has an attractive power for good qualities. This is the way I understand it.
That's beautifully said. I think that it gives us a tangible path to work with, and it makes you realize that everything that you are given in life is workable, essentially, that it is malleable, that your experience, whatever you are given, can be worked with if you can create that equanimity of mind. I think that would be extremely useful for people to be able to see the very particular parts of the path, starting with the meditation and viewing the emotions, allowing these things to arise and fall, concentrating on the breath, having this in your skill set now as a human being seems to be something which is completely necessary in the crazy world that we are living in right now. This is something which is extremely necessary practice for everybody and from all ages. Do you think that there could be a bigger effort to teach this in schools?
Yes, I certainly believe we have experience as well. A friend of mine is a school teacher, introduced to his school 2 minutes silence. And 2 minutes within that period, the school become very silent. That gives a good, very productive, very constructive plan for the whole time in the school. Therefore, it is good to children. Actually, when they come here, they also ask, "Can you do something meditation? Can you conduct a meditation class for us?" So 2-3 minutes we give like example. Then I ask, would you like to do a longer period of meditation? They like to do that. The Vihara is always open to everyone, children, and they come and like it. This is also, we have to introduce them like a tool for them, their life.
Exactly.
Then I think in day-to-day lives, in future, when they become adult people, responsible people, they can use that tool if they study, if they practice in school life, they can use in their future life as well. Well, I have seen a meditation teacher has recommended every hour 1 minute practice mindfulness, then for 59 minutes you can work very well. Then stop your work and do 1 minute mindfulness.
Yes.
Keep silence, and then rest of the 59 minutes you can have very good time.
And we keep strengthening that connection with that mindful place inside of ourselves, even if it is just a minute every hour. We are constantly stretching and exercising our ability to focus on that inward space, and then that can become something which permeates our daily life to the point that we can be in this peaceful place, but yet conduct and do our lives in every way that we need to without leaving this space necessarily.
Certainly. And we are responsible for our own life, actually. We have to think, we have to blame to others. But we are the responsible people about our problems and our life. If it is miserable, we are responsible for that's our something is wrong with us. So therefore, for instance, we can say in this world, objective world and subjective world. Objective world, we can see all these trees, rivers, winds and sun and stars, all these are objectives. But we have subjective world in us. I create that subjective world. Sometimes my subjective world brings me unhappiness, bring me suffering, bring me troubles. That is my creation. So therefore I am responsible for that. So I have to change that my own creation, my own world make me unhappy. So I have to change that world. So therefore I take the responsibility, always blaming to neighbors or blaming to others. I have a very lovely story. I don't know whether I have enough time. A lady came and asked me blessing. Blessing, why? She said she has a problem with the neighbor has made the petition to cut down the branches of the trees because the trees have grown over the fence and problems, and he has sent a petition to cut down. And she said, "Can you give some blessings to my trees?" I asked why. Because they're going to cut the trees, branches of the trees. I love my trees, and I asked, so you can think about who is going to do this? My neighbor. Oh, that is the problem. So do you have talk with her? No. We haven't talked each other for years. I have a problem with him. Oh, if you have a problem with your neighbor, you can't stop these trees, cutting the trees. Therefore, you have to stop talking with the neighbor. How can I talk with these very, very big things had done to me? Well, if you want to protect your trees, you talk with your friend, neighbor. Then she asked, how can I talk? You imagine his image and offer some blessing, loving kindness to him. Mr. John, may you be well. May you be happy. May you be free from anger. Then, after that, she had gone to following day to the door of Mr. John and talk with John. I'm so sorry about this problem. Oh, that's the end of the problem. Because the problem is anger. Because of loving kindness, they could sort out the problem.
And that's a very practical solution. Rather than asking for some blessings outside, talk to your neighbor. And once you impart that energy, things within that relationship can shift very quickly and things can change.
Yeah, well, positive feeling like metta, loving kindness, our friendliness have a vibration actually, positive vibration. Then we can feel others' positive vibration, that friendliness of other beings' heart, it affect to our mind, and our mind also start to generate some friendly feelings. It has a very positive energy, vibration. So therefore, this practice, metta, loving kindness, is benefited to whole environment.
Well, I'm wary that we have limited time, so I would like to say thank you for having this conversation. It has been beautiful, truly beautiful.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.